Recording started. It's the rising time. Oh, I'm really tired, but I want to get this done. I was thinking about doing more of this too, of like streaming Final Fantasy 14, doing what's it called? Island Sanctuary. That's it. Streaming that, but I don't know. I'll see. Yoshi P. Wind up solace. Clockwork solace. No lands must remain beyond its grasp. Go forth, conquer. A wandering minstrel has a request for an experienced adventurer. Newfound journey. Ah, if it isn't my dear adventurer friend, pleased am I to see you again. Have you perchance come to join us in remembering the calamity? Yep. If you have a moment, there's a favor I would ask of you. Would you not hear me out? What is it? In part due to the promotional efforts during the recent Moonfire Fair, more people are seeking to take up adventuring. Not all are yet wise in the way of the world, however, and I fear they may fall prey to less principled types in Ul'dah. If one such as you were to help them on their way, I would feel more at ease. What say you? Will you not take a fledgling adventurer under your wing? Okay. I'm truly grateful. I believe a carriage is due to arrive shortly. If you go away at the gate of Nald, chances are a soul will wander in who has just embarked upon the path of adventure. Pray greet them and offer your help. Worry not, you'll have no trouble identifying them. You but look for someone absorbed in their surroundings. I dare say you'll feel like glimpsing into the past, right to the part where you were greeted by a helpful stranger. Man, and it had to take place in Ul'dah too. Maybe I should have done this on Regina. Because Regina was my first character that I made on the PS3. I had to remake her for this account, because this account is different from my PS3 account. Oh, that's right. I need to make a compression add-on for my mic. I keep forgetting to do a bunch of stuff, man. Oh my god, I'm in the same spot too. Oi, adventure, over here. Who are you? I'm Haim of Fendish. Experienced adventure, you say? And you want to help me on my way? Well, I could certainly use some guidance. I've never been anywhere near as big and busy as Ul'dah. My name is Nagia Jakia, but just call me Nagi. And as you rightly guess, I'm an inspiring adventurer. That's why I left my village and came here. So, I understand that you first need to register at the Adventurers Guild. Do you know where it is? It's that building over there. Go talk to Modi, and get yourself started. Just through that door, is it? Thank you, I'll head there at once. Wait! Nagi rushes off before you can offer further explanation. Perhaps you should follow him to the quicksand. In and out, in and out. Come on, Nagi, you can do it. You okay? Well, it's you again. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. It's heartening to have you here, too. Well, hello there. What can I do for you today? I got someone new for you. The lad's here to register, is he? Yes, madam, I wish to join the Adventurers Guild. My name is Nagia Jakia, and I'm 16 years old, practically a man grown. Aren't we a lively one? Momody is the name. If you want to be an adventurer, then you've come to the right woman. There's nothing to it, really. You just need to write your name in the register. Come, come. With that, you're officially a member of the Adventurers Guild. If you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bother me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Sounds familiar? Now then, normally I'd offer you the grand tour. But in light of present company, I reckon you ought to have it from him. He's a renowned adventurer after all, the bleeding champion of Eorzea. You do far worse than to get his advice. Best adventurer there is. To begin with, mayhap you could recommend a guild here in Ul'dah for Nagi to join. If it's too noisy in here, there are benches just outside where you can have a nice little chat. Sure. My guy walked in without a weapon. It's really weird. Can't really tell. I must confess, choosing a guild is quite daunting. I appreciate any advice you can offer. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Alright, let's talk guilds. I'm all ears, Hamo. Why did you want to become an adventurer? God. Oh, wait. Okay. A merchant who was in the carriage with me, Breh something, asked me much the same thing. At the time, I couldn't give a proper answer. I had a reason for leaving home, of course, but I couldn't express it in words. But having now set foot in Ul'dah, it's become clear in my mind. I wanted to know what lay beyond the horizon. I wanted to see it with my own eyes and be amidst it. You've been to many places, right? You like it then? Traveling, that is. I love traveling. There's nothing like set a new site, something like that. Fuck. I've forgotten. So you do. I have an older sister. During the calamity, we fled Gridania and took refuge in a village in the mountains. I ended up staying in that secluded place, and it's been a long dream of mine to travel the world. But inexperienced as I am, I don't know if I could live a life on the road. Is there a guild that could equip me with the skills I need? One representing students of the fighting arts, one representing crafters and gatherers. Wow. They actually give you the option to, like, point them to, like, the mining guild? I see. A place where I can learn how to protect myself and others. If I recall correctly, Ul'dah is home to the Pugilists and Thaumaturges guilds. Of those two, I'd choose the Pugilists. Always enjoyed rigorous exercise. I'm quite confident in my physical abilities. Yes, I believe this is the guild for me. I'll go and join it once. I can show you to the guild if you like. Thanks for your concern, but I should be fine. We still have time, though. If we meet again afterwards, there are a few more things I'd like to ask you about. Nodders. Great, I'll look for you here when I'm done. Don't look down at me like that, how dare you? I'm your superior. You wait a good while, but there's no sign of Nagi. Perhaps you should look in on him at the Pugilist Guild. Ooh. Plus 18 RP. Oh my. That was a most impressive display, young one. Watching you, I'm reminded of myself in my youth. Swift, strong, and handsome. Not to say that I'm not these things anymore, of course. You're too kind, Master Hammond, and I'm sure you're still all those things and more. Now, Nagi. Take care you don't flatter the old man over much. His neck couldn't bear his head getting any larger. Oh, Hehemo. I'm glad to say that pugilism agrees with me. Thanks for your recommendation. So you're the one who sent Nagi to us. The lad possesses rare talent, and I look forward to watching him grow in our art. Good. Alright then, my boy. Remember today's lessons well, and keep at your training. Next time we shall try something a little harder. Sorry for keeping you waiting. So engrossed was I in the combinations, I lost track of time. Oh, I should mention something. As I was training, a peculiar minstrel approached me. He said that, if I'm resolved to walk an adventurer's path, I should seek him out for a task. Moreover, he asked that you accompany me. If you're willing, he's apparently waiting at the Ruby Road Exchange. Ruby Road Exchange already, huh? Here he is, Hehemo the Minstrel. Yep. I know him well. My friend, you have done a splendid job as a guide. I was right to entrust the task to you. What? Do you mean to say Hehemo approached me at your behest? He did, I must confess. You see, for my next composition, I seek to capture the essence of the times. While any number of subjects would be worthwhile, of greatest interest to me is the recent rise in the ranks of adventurers, and thus bringing different generations of adventurers together, I'd hoped for inspiration to strike. I'm pleased to say that it has. Drawing upon your experience walking your path, you have helped Nagi to begin walking his. A reminder that the present owes its existence to the past. That is to say, the present and the past are deeply entwined. If we would capture the former, we cannot well disregard the latter. And this brings me to my next request. I ask that you each find an object with a connection to the Calamity, the event which gave rise to the realm's rebirth, and present it to me with its tale. Well now, that sounds not unlike a treasure hunt. It should be my very first task as an adventurer. What do you say, Hehemo? Shall we do it? Yep. Excellent. When you have your items, pray seek me at the Ruby Road Exchange. I eagerly look forward to seeing what you bring. There are many vendors at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, right? Chances are they'll have something, so let's begin our search there. Later, Yoshipi. Speak with Nagia Jakia and have him accompany you. Okay. Can do. You pick up fishing again too. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Here we go. Come on, let's begin looking around. Discuss the local cuisine. Oh, is this the local cuisine? Goodness, but everything looks amazing. In the course of your journeys, you must have sampled all kinds of food, from simple fare to exotic feasts. I look forward to sampling everything too. Oh, there's another one up there. Okay. Up ahead. You look familiar. Oh, if it isn't Hehemo. How have you been, my friend? I'm still working at my craft, as you can see, and for the Rising this year, Aston has organized a street exhibit for me. Please feel free to browse at your leisure, and don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. We're looking for objects that bear a connection to the Calamity. Do you have anything that fits the description? As a matter of fact, I do. Yonder painting entitled The Sultana 7 depicts an inspiring event from the Calamity. 'Twas the final days before the fall of Dalamud, its inexorable approach foretelling of our impending doom. Panic spread like wildfire, while many in their desperation turned on the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Ul'dah. To quell the masses, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo took to the streets with a guard consisting of only 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with their Sultana. There she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens. The realm lies upon the brink of the 7th umbral era. Yet so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but to proffer him the hand of succor. Brought to their senses by her words, the people laid down their arms and set about healing the wounds they themselves had inflicted on Ul'dah, and those who returned from the battlefield found their home much as they had left it, a gleaming jewel in the desert. Her Majesty sounds like a great ruler. Ul'dah is fortunate to have her watching over it. Thanks for sharing the tale. It's indeed inspiring, and you've done an incredible job capturing it in glass. Shall we look around some more? There's bound to be other things out there. Script exchange. The House of Splendors. House of Splendors? What kind of place is this, I wonder? I see you're not familiar with the house. We offer wares in exchange for scripts, but our services are available only to those whom we know and trust. So if I want to be a customer, I need to make a name for myself. One day, Nagi. One day. Nanabe. Greetings. From daily necessities to unusual curios, I deal in all manner of wares. If there is something in particular you seek, you need but ask. You have anything from the Calamity? Objects to do with the Calamity. The two of you are adventurers, are you not? In which case, I have something that may be of interest. It's a journal I acquired from an adventurer who retired injured. The man recorded his experiences during the Calamity in detail, and I dare say it has value for students of history. Oh, an adventurer's first-hand account. I'd love to pore over it. Do you keep a journal of your adventures as well, Hamo? So I'd love to read it one day. With your permission, of course. Oh, for another historical piece, I also have a scrapbook of articles from the Raven, Gridania's leading tabloid. These mainly cover events outside the Calamity, however. Articles from the Raven, you say? So far, so good. Let's look around just a little more. Alright, I'll head back up. It seems I have to talk to all three of them. Lonu. Welcome, welcome. What is it that you're after? I'm looking for items pertaining to the Calamity. Objects with a connection to the Calamity, you say? Well, I have just the thing. An amethyst ring from Ishgard, steeped in sentimental value. 5 years ago, on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, a young temple knight set out from his homeland, wishing to do his part for Eorzea when his nation would not. Alas, the man never arrived in the flats. En route, he came upon a merchant being attacked by a dragon, and lost his life going to the stranger's aid. This was his ring, an heirloom passed down through his line. What a tragic tale. But I wondered, how did the ring find its way back? The night fell, it seems the merchant could have survived unscathed. I remember now. Though the knight was mortally wounded, he succeeded in striking down the dragon. With his last breath, he entrusted the ring to the merchant. Yes, that's how it happened. So what do you say? If you're interested, I would be willing to part with the relic for a special price, but for today only. This feels a bit dubious. I dare say we've seen enough. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss what to bring back. Oh, all the talking points disappear too. You better have figured out what you better have talked to everybody. Right, this looks as good a spot as any. Go over what we learned. I don't know about you, but this was all very new and exciting for me. Talking to myriad people, learning the tale behind each object, and a great experience, and I won't soon forget it. Now then, we need to decide what we want to take to the minstrel. Have you made up your mind? The Retired Adventurer's Journal. That's what I want to bring. I see. I did consider that too. In the end, settled on something else. What is it? If you don't mind, I'd have to keep it a surprise. Come, let's purchase our respective items and meet back where the minstrel awaits. Ah, damn. Maybe I should have taken the fucking... the glass. You obtained the Retired Adventurer's Journal. Back to the Ruby Road Exchange. He'll find out what I chose soon enough. He already gave me a nickname. He keeps calling me Hey. Welcome back. You've each found an item, I trust. Here, I have this journal. Well, now, what have we here? The Journal of an Adventurer, you say? Despite the vendor's claims, such records typically do not have such historical value on account of their limited perspective and inherent partiality. Yet by the same token, they have great value to me, for they offer a glimpse into the writer's heart. There's no richer material for penning verses. Now then, what of you, young Nagi? And pulls out the full fucking stained glass. And what might this be? The scrapbook of articles from the Raven. You see, my sister is a reporter from the tabloid. During the calamity, she traveled the realm, interviewing adventurers about their journeys. I loved nothing more than to hear her tales. They seemed like such a diverse crowd, adventurers. No two people were alike, and yet they were united in the free, unshackled lives they lived. It struck a chord with me, and in time I found myself admiring them. Looking back, it was my sister who instilled in me the desire to see the world, to become an adventurer. That's why I chose the scrapbook. I see. The footprints someone leaves on their journey become the starting point for another. Yes, a verse comes to me. A blessing for those souls who are taking their first cherry steps into the unknown. Pray, lend me your ears. How is the music gonna go? Oh god. Ah, sure. Them's people. Is it? It can't be. The man, the myth, the legend. Greetings, warrior of light. Oh, it's you. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. First of all, I wish to thank you for continuing to grace us with your presence. You and your fellow adventurers are our inspiration, and this shall never change. The world, however, is an ever-changing place, mysterious in its elusiveness. Unexpected hardships may turn our lives upside down, and though we all desire peace deep in our hearts, the sparks of conflict never cease to be struck. Like an adventurer's journey, the world is constantly moving towards the unknown, and it takes considerable courage to alter course. Yet, I ardently believe that it is a small but significant step in our quest to create new adventures. Indeed, another great change is about to visit the world, and it shall open the way to exciting new journeys. And 'tis our abiding hope that our journey together shall ever continue on to the distant horizon beyond. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Return to walking your path, and know that you are in our heart always. Till next we meet, I bid you safe travels. Oh God! I'm coming down! Thank you for the generous reward and the uplifting verse. Gives me courage for the road ahead. Speaking of which, it's time I set out on my own. Though it was brief, I enjoyed our time together. Hope to see you again somewhere out there. Come what may, never forget to smile. Oh, man. Archibald stays with me. He doesn't pass on to him. I look forward to hearing your tales. Though much and more was lost in the calamity, intrepid souls continue to set forth, paving the way unto the future. In such a moment in history do we stand, and for you I perform another song. Your life is a riddle to bear gladness and grief. 'Neath stars and through storms the answers to seek. Your footprints are threads to be gathered and woven. A song of dawn resplendent, dancing high to the heavens. What the fuck? From the embrace of the gods through mankind has been torn. Upon winds eternal lives and memories are born. The future's unwritten, bring it to rapture or sorrow. Our journey shall continue unto tomorrow and tomorrow. Fireworks going off again. I wonder, how did you feel as you watched Nagi set off? Did the sight fill you with worry for a fledgling adventure? Or did it awaken fond memories of your own humble beginnings? Whichever it may be, I know that yours is a journey more trying than most. There will be times when you are overcome by loneliness, and each step feels heavier than the last. In such a moment, I bid you remember this. So long as you harbor love for this world, ever shall there be a place for you in it. Your adventures will never end. Yay! And that was the Rising of 2022. The whole 9 yams. Now, what else are they selling? In looking to the past, we take solace in the present and think of what the future may hold. That is the very essence of the Rising. This year, we have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance. Alright, Infilia. Alright. Oh, they have the Nemea potpourri from last year, too. Nice. Alright, that's cool. Well, it's going to be time to go to the Island of Sanctuary.